Welcome back to the second lecture of the Green Revolution. In the earlier video, we have seen the definition of the Green Revolution, similarly the three phases of the new agriculture policy, and the effects or advantages of the green revolution. Now we will discuss here the failures or the disadvantages of green revolution. These failures or disadvantages we will see from the point of view of the limited expansion, adverse economic and social impact, similarly the expected increase in the production not achieved, lack of agricultural inputs, increase in unemployment, dependence on industrial sector, and the lack of institutional changes. So let's see the limited expansion. Basically these green revolution is restricted to the certain areas only, that is Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. And these green revolution is also seen in terms of the certain crops only, that is the wheat, rice and bajra, jawar. Similarly for the various for the sake of the cultivation of the different high yielding variety seeds, there is a need of the good irrigation facilities, and where these irrigation facilities are not available, then the effects of the green revolutions are not seen positively. The second one is their adverse economic and social impacts. Basically the advantages of the green revolution are seen on the rich farmers who can utilize these positive effects of the green revolution in terms of the irrigation facilities, utilization of the irrigation facilities, similarly the sowing of the high yielding variety seeds. So there is large scale disparity, is income disparity is seen in terms of rich farmers and the small farmers. The third one is their expected increase in the production not achieved. Though there is an increase in the wheat crop cultivation, similarly the bajra, rice and jawar, but in terms of the total productivity, the increase is only in the 20%. 20%. And in different crops, in different crops, these increase is not seen tremendously. The lack of agriculture inputs, basically see, just because of the use of mechanization or the new agricultural strategy, the high yielding variety seeds are needed, the fertilizers are needed, the pesticides are needed, similarly the different machineries are needed, and because of this the demand of these agricultural inputs also increased, and these industries were not so much developed in the country, and as a result we have to import the different agriculture inputs from the other countries. So increase in the unemployment, as I discussed earlier, the mechanized machines were used in the agricultural cultivation. So as a result of that, the agricultural labor were displaced from the agriculture, and the unemployment also increased. So dependence on the industrial sector, for various agricultural processing, there is a need of the industrial inputs like the pesticides pesticides and the machines, and these actually has increased the dependence in the industrial sector. Similarly, the institutional changes are required for the effective implementation of the green revolution, but these institutional changes were also not properly implemented. In the certain portion or the certain part of the country, the institutional changes were implemented successfully, but in the rest of the states, these institutional changes were not effectively implemented. Okay, so these are the failures or disadvantages of the green revolution. There are certain level of suggestions for improving or for the effective implementation of the new agriculture policy or the green revolution. These are the increasing the scope of the different crops and the scope of the land, increasing the land area also. Similarly, the benefits of the green revolution should be in favor of the small farmers. The advantages should not be used or exploited by only the rich farmers. These advantages of the green revolution should be in favor of the small farmers also. There should be the large level of the survey of soils, so that according to the soil quality the cultivation can be taken place. Similarly, the sealing of land. Okay, there should be the sealing of land can be properly implemented, and the crop insurance should be supported in various cases also. The crop insurance as well as the cattle insurance are also properly used in the agriculture. Similarly, the government should support the minimum price. The government should guarantee the minimum price for the different crops, as well as the government should increase the rural employment opportunities, and these rural employment opportunities can be increased via the setup of the various allied sectors or small scale industries which are related with the agriculture. So via these measures the green revolution can be successfully implemented. But before that we will conclude, I would like to say that the effects of the green revolution are more as compared to its disadvantages. It is a strategy which is used for the effective increase in the agricultural production, and its advantages are also seen in the case of the different crops and in the case of the different areas. So as far as the suggestions are concerned, these suggestions are implemented to a maximum extent in the Indian agriculture. As far as the certain level is concerned, these suggestions are not properly implemented. So this is overall the chapter related with the green revolution. Thank you.